Now what I want to do is slowly go through some of the plant material that I've extracted from this mat, and dried out, and put into separate Tupperware containers. And what I've got here are a bunch of plant axes that are what I call sterile. There are no reproductive structures associated with these parts. They're all vegetative. They all are non-reproductive. And you can see there's the millimeter, centimeter scale. Some of these are quite long and intact with side branches. Spiny. The one next to it is a branch that's smooth. And this one's a combination of smooth and spiny. A branch ending. There's a little branch ending. Let's see if we can zoom in on that, because that dovetails with the last sample that I showed you. But there are the tips of those branches. All little recurved, beautiful little tips, branch tips. Each of them less than a millimeter in diameter. Anyway, I will slowly go through so you can see some of the treasures that I have uncovered, dried out, and collected. And as you can see, some are quite spiny, some are unusually branched, some are smooth, some are longer than others. But as I said, this is a collection thus far of sterile components. I'm going to put my finger in there just to show you. I'll give you some size. And there's something else that I want to show you about the preservation of these plants, in that they are quite robust, even though they are 407 million years old. There's quite a large section. You can see the reflection of the light that I'm trying to use to illuminate it. But this one is interesting because you can see the Y shape at the top where it divides. I'll get a pointer, but it's Y-shaped up here. It has a branch coming off right there, has lots of spines, has a branch coming off here which starts out as a very narrow branch but then thickens up quickly and comes out to a tip here, and I can't tell whether this was flat and started to bend up, and there's a little branch right there. Here's another little branch right here. I'll move on to this one. But this is another axis with a sterile branch here, a sterile branch here, spiny axes, highly branched. This one over here is probably about almost 5 centimeters in length from here to here, but it has all kinds of branches. One coming off here, another one here, or main stems. It's hard to tell because then each of these has multiple little side branches with the recurved tips. This one is interesting because it does have seemingly a pattern to the branching, and It's got a branch coming off right here, and this branch is naked, very few spines, recurved tips, and then this part is very spiny, the other division. Here's another branch that comes off, and it continues as a spiny, like a main branch, and then this little branch comes off and has the beautiful little recurved tips. No spines, or very few spines. Here's some other branches up here that come off that are relatively naked, no spines, whereas the main axis here is incredibly spiny. And some of the spines, by the way, divide. Some of the spines divide. Some of them are multiple millimeters in length. The divisions can send them out to be a couple of millimeters, up to 6 millimeters. And the final spine is probably only a few hundred or tens of microns. Anyway, it's quite a collection of variability. And again, plants, this is what they look like when they're dried. That's all for now.